Welcome to the roleplay mechanic where I like to try to break my favorite games. I want to try breaking every class. Starting off with the champion. Now, as you can see here, if you look at this, does this scream champion to you? If you already know what this is, it probably most certainly doesn't, does it? So this is going to be my guide how to play the champion wrong. In order to play something wrong, we have to know what is right. After all, there is no such thing as right and wrong until you have one side of the coin. How do we find out what's wrong, or how to play the champion wrong? We find out how to do it right. After plenty of easy debate and understanding from the community, there are some main important notes of how to play a champion. First and foremost, you are a shield-bearing, heavy armor frontline tanker. With your primary abilities to defend, you use your reactions to either protect, reduce damage, give more AC, all sorts of stuff to defend your allies. Now, I should say, not all causes are going to be reactives to protect. There are going to be some that are going to be a bit more offensive, and that's where we come in. Another point of how to play a champion is they are a frontliner. You use sword and board, or you can go full on Leroy Jenkins style and swing out your massive two-handed sword. Also very thematic for a Templar Grand Champion in the name of your deity. So, on to the next point. In the name of your deity, you are the hand of your deity. So now that we have that all set up, you are a frontliner. You defend your party. You specialize quite well in melee. You are most likely going to be a strength individual, but you can choose dex. So how do we play a champion wrong? We invert all of that. I want to try making the champion into what is known as the Demon Hunter from Diablo 3. You fight for a cause against the cause. The Demon Hunter in Diablo 3 is majorly enhanced and has imbued themselves with the power of demons, with the power of hell to fight hell back. And that is exactly what we are going to try making. You are going to be the hand of a devil, so that way you can go kill that devil. Next up, we are going to be a ranged individual. We are not melee, we fight with crossbows. And last but not least, we are definitely no holy individual, as you can probably take a pretty good assumption here. Now, let's get into the build guide. For your background, we're gonna go with the Cursed family. Now, this one actually is very fine, open-ended. You could add just about any kind of background for this, but this one I find thematically appropriate for the Demon Hunter. How we're going to word this is, our family has been damned by hell, possibly from our family being cultists, worshippers of demons and daemons. We are seeking vengeance upon our own damned family. We have slain our hell-ridden family, and we seek to destroy all that is unholy. Vengeance, anger, destruction. For our ability boost, we're going to go with Charisma. Our other ability boost, we're definitely going to want that Dexterity. For our class, we're going to be a Dexterity champion. For skills, these are up into your own opinions, your ideas, whatever kind of feels like what kind of demon hunter you want to try playing. But there are some key important things we do need. Intimidation. Now that we have the base class in, I want to make this class shine or come off within the first tier of gameplay. That is basically 1 to 5, but I'm pushing all the way up to 6. Starting at level 1, we will want Charisma, we will need Dexterity, so we need to have a strong mind, and Constitution can never go wrong. Now our cause. What is our cause? For our cause, we're going to go with Inquinity Cause. As our reaction, we intensify the hellish powers within ourselves, burning our soul away, but at the same time burning those who stand before us as well. Very thematic. For your level 1 feat, we are certainly going to take Vicious Vengeance. That is what we are all about, is pure vengeance and hatred for those who oppose us. Alright, next for this section, we can take just about any skill here, choose whatever you feel like. We are obviously unholy as we fight with the powers of hell, and we are going to specialize our deific weapon, a repeating crossbow. Great part about this is that it allows us to use an advanced weapon and treat it as a martial. This gives us a nice solid boost at level 1, because advanced weapons are generally going to be just a hint better than martials. Be very aggressive early on without needing to reload. Alright, next for our devotion spell, you'd be surprised on this one, we are going with Lay on Hands. We're specifically only going to be using on ourselves, and we'll be describing it as using the empowered hellish energy within us to fuel us even more. Keep on fighting the good fight. And that's level 1. Already right away at level 1, this Demon Hunter champion is quite intimidating, has quite a strong vibe check, and regardless of what you choose your deity is, regardless of what it might say your anathema's edicts are, you can probably just come up with your own, work with your DM, you can probably come up with really fun, cool stuff. Like, for example, you could say that your anathema is, if you find out someone is somehow working with a devil or a demon, you must kill them. You will not stop any way, shape, or form. Maybe not do it right now, but you will do everything in your effort to make sure you kill them if you find out they have any kind of influence. Now, for our dedication, because everyone plays with free archetypes, it's a lot of fun. We are taking the Archer dedication. This will allow us to pick up some relatively important tools at later levels to fight with our repeating crossbow, just like the Demon Hunter. Next up, level 3. We are going to go for Blessed Armament and go with the Fearsome Armament. When we critically hit, our rapid fire crossbow will now cause people to be frightened and afraid of us, as well as we now have specialization of our crossbow, making them bleed out in terror. Next up, we're definitely going to want to take Toughness. We are going to be using our devotion many times, making us take a lot of spirit damage, but in turn dishing out a lot of spirit damage to those on the field as well. And last but not least, this one's important, we're going to want to bump Intimidation. Alright, now for level 4, this is where things get really fun and thematic. We have Aura of Despair. We're going to be relatively upfront, even if with a crossbow, and just firing them point blank with our crossbow, shouting at them, terrifying them. This will give us a nice bonus on that, and in the same regards, we are going to be using Point Blank Stance from our dedication. This will give us an additional 2 damage with our repeating crossbow. And last but not least, a nice fun thematic thing to help enhance our demonic calling is we're going to pick up additional war skill feat, and we're going to take Fiend Lore, as we are very well knowledge about fiends, devils, and demons, as that is our ultimate goal and dedication. Next up, level 5, we're getting our attribute boost. We will pick up Charisma to enhance our intimidations, Dexterity, obviously, so we can get those more precision shots. Con, because we are going to be beating ourselves up plenty, firing a ranged weapon relatively quite upfront. And last but not least, our 4th attribute bonus will be up into your interest. What does your Demon Hunter feel like? I'm going to go with Strength, because I think we might be able to pick up some more heavier armors, because we're not that defensive. But this 4th one, up to you. Next up, Skill Increase. I'm going to bump Religion so we can focus more on our never-ending, relentless goal of fighting devils. And last but not least, we get that nice little bump to our attacks. Okay, and last but not least, level 6. We are going to be picking up, you can probably guess it, Smite. And we'll be pumping them with as much damage as we possibly can. Next up, for skill feat, I'm going to pick up Deceptive Worship. This one just feels thematically appropriate, as our Demon Hunter is very questionable as exactly who and what we worship, as we are using the powers of hell to fight hell back. It is definitely questionable as to, like, people won't be able to guess what kind of champion we are. And last but not least, Parting Shot. We are going to be up close and personal quite often, firing point blank with our crossbow. This will allow us to frequently take a step, take a shot, and get free off guard for every time when we do this. We probably will be, to avoid any reactive strikes, to make sure we're always up in the right area to keep things within our aura. And there you have it, a guide on how to play the champion wrong. We are using the powers of hell to fight hell back with a crossbow as a dexterity-based, relentless hellbender and destroyer. If you'd like to see more of how not to play Pathfinder, definitely sub. I will be dishing out these every week, doing one class after the next, and there are many classes to go from here. I'm very excited to see which ones I can break next. So, until next time, happy gaming. Shitters guy. Welcome to my shitpost guide of Pathfinder. Excellent.